Today, we are talking about the major 7, sharp 5, the augmented chord. We are in a series of lessons talking about playing over single chords. And today, well, that's the chord we're going to use over this backing track that you're hearing right now. We're going to study different strategies, different ways to approach this very unique chord. Grab your guitar and make sure that you download the full pack, which is completely free. It comes with all the backing tracks in this series and all the charts. Super beneficial. Just check the link below, enter your best email address and download the pack, and I'll meet you in the lesson. Let's get started. Hello, my name is David Wallerman. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping guitar players around the world find their own musical personality. And we are in the very last lesson in this series. Now, if you haven't not seen the rest, don't worry about it. You can still watch this one, these videos that stand alone, and then watch the other ones. In this series of videos, we are taking a look at playing over single chords, which is going to allow us to understand the theory behind playing over harmonic content, and also different phrasing ideas. And hopefully these lessons just spark new ideas for you to explore. And today we're talking about the augmented chord. So in order to do that, we need to understand the construction, the blueprint of that chord. What makes that chord different from any other chord? And it all has to do with intervals. An interval is the distance between two notes. That is what makes a note stand out. That's what gives the flavor of a note. A note by itself is just a sound, a pitch. That's it. Now if I play that note in relation to something else, that note becomes something. Or that same note could become something else. Or something else. Or something else. Right? A lot of different meanings in a note. So that's what an interval is. And studying intervals is going to help you unlock all the different theory concepts that are out there. That's why I stress intervals so much. So let's take a look at what this chord is. So I'm telling you that it's an A major 7 sharp 5 or A augmented. But if I didn't tell you that, you could try to figure that out by just listening to what you're playing over. This is the canvas. This is the conversation that we are joining. We're going to join this, and we need to speak the same language with the people who are speaking this. Now, who's speaking this? Well, there's a drummer, there's a guitar player, there's a keyboard. Okay, so all these people, these three people, musicians, are speaking something coherent. It matches. It's not like we have someone speaking Spanish to someone speaking Russian to someone speaking French, right? They're all speaking the same language. They are using the same intervals. If someone joins that conversation, he's going to need to speak the same language. If not, he's going to sound like a foreigner and not be able to communicate with others. If I played something that was in a different language, not matching the intervals that are being played here, it would sound something like this. Doesn't work. Right? And not only do you need to respect the intervals that are given in order to be understood by the others, but also speak the same rhythm language. And rhythm is very important in music. So there's a lot of different things to respect if you want to be understood. Now, if you don't want to be understood, if you want to sound like a foreigner, if you want to sound outside, you can play whatever you want. But if you want to be understood, you're going to match. You're going to try to speak the same language. Okay, back to what I was telling you earlier. This backing track is an A major 7 sharp 5. Those numbers correspond to intervals. Those give you clues as to what you can or cannot play. And if I didn't tell you that it was A major 7 sharp 5, you would just listen and try to focus on one note at a time. Maybe the bass. Okay, and then you fish around. and I've got 3 notes there that I kind of like extracted from what's being played. Those are the intervals. That gives you the beginning or clues as to which language is being spoken. Now the bass is primarily playing those A's. Bop, bop, bop. That's the foundation. Bop, bop, boop, boop, boop. All the notes are attracted to that. The keyboards, the guitar, even the bass itself is attracted to itself. Bop, bop. Kind of narcissistic. Bop, 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 bop. That happens to be an A, so we're going to build that according to A. A is going to attract everything else. That's the 1. So what do we have here? I'm going to do the work for you. We have the following notes in this backing track. We have the 1, the A. We have a major 3rd. We have an augmented 5th and a major 7th. We might have other things if we pay attention, but those are the 4 main notes that we have. So let's learn how to play those. In order to really understand what's going on here, I'm going to show you the master shape, which I covered before. I'll show it to you again really quick. The master shape is made of 8 notes. Let me show you exactly that shape first. So we're going to start on the 6th string. We have 2 frets here, 2 notes. We have frets 5, 7. On the next string, we have frets 4, 5, 7. On the next string, we have 4, 6, 7. And those make 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 1 is the note that attracts everything else. So the 2nd note is attracted to that one, the 3rd to that one, and so forth, okay? Those are the intervals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, these intervals have different flavors. They can be major or minor. Now, I'm going to consider that all these, I'm going to tell you actually, all these are major intervals, except for the 4 and the 5. The 4 and the 5 can never be major or minor. They are perfect. They're great. So we got 1, major 2, major 3, perfect 4, perfect 5, major 6, major 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, the chord that we're playing over is made of a 1, a 3, so it's a major 3. 1, 2, 3. It's not a minor 3. Minor 3 would clash. So we got 1, 2, 3. We've got an augmented 5. Oh, augmented, sharp, means bigger than perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 fret higher is the augmented 5. Matches perfectly. The perfect 5th, it's got to be augmented. And then we have a major 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 4 notes. 1, 3, sharp 5, 7. It matches. So those 4 notes match perfectly. I'm speaking the same language. Now, I'm just playing 4 notes. And in Western music, which we are dealing with here, we typically have 7 types of notes. So we have 4 notes out of 7 possible ones. The numbers, we only played 1, 3, 5, 7. So we're missing a 2, a 4, and a 6. That's where your freedom gets in the picture. You can pick whatever kind of 2 you want. You could play a major 2, which is in that shape, which would work. I'm going to play that an octave higher, 2 octaves higher, on the 1st string, 7th fret. Let's hear what that does to our thing here. I like it. Do you? If yes, well, that'll be part of your alphabet. Now remember, you're also dealing with a 1, 3, 5, 7. Here's that 2. What about the minor 2? I can do that. Do you like it? If the answer is no, don't play it. If the answer is yes, play it. And remember that if you don't like a note, give it a chance anyways, because maybe just playing that note is not where it should be played. Notes have different functions. Some notes are very strong, which means that you can stay on them forever. Like the root, for example, of this. It's very, very strong. It's always going to work. The second, maybe not as much, but the minor second, oh, that is. That's a Tom Hess vibrato. All right. So freedom. That's where you have freedom. You have 3 notes that are possible freedom notes here. Let's just experiment a little bit. How about we create an alphabet, a scale, using the guidelines, which is 1, 3, sharp 5, 7, and we'll fill in the blanks, and we'll just use major intervals and perfect ones. So the scale we'll use is 1, 2, major 2, major 3, that's given to us by the chord, perfect 4, augmented 5, major 6, and major 7. So we're respecting those 4 notes that we had, and we added a major 2, a 4, and a major 6. And that's pretty much, that has a name, Ionian, almost, Ionian sharp 5, because we have that sharp 5. Ionian has a perfect 5. The only difference is that 5th. So let's give that a try. We'll see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, sharp 5, 6, 7. That's a great alphabet. It works, right? Because I'm respecting the elements. Now, there are other ones that we could use. Maybe we could use a sharp 4. That'll be Lydian sharp 5. If all these names are confusing you, don't worry about it. It's just a name. It's the scale, the blueprint of this would be 1, 2, 3, sharp 4. I can do that because there's no 4 in the track. Sharp 5, I've got to respect that. 6, and sharp 7. That's our alphabet. I think it works great on that too, right? Now, here's a trick. Here's a little tip for you. If you like the sound of the Ionian sharp 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, and you studied the previous video, one of the previous videos that we did in this series on playing over minor major 7 chords, well, when we studied that video, we studied a scale called the Harmonic Minor scale. You remember that one? Here's what you can do. If you know your Harmonic Minor scale, you are playing over major 7, sharp 5 backing track, in A in this case. So we got A. We'll pick it on the second, the 5th string. That A, take the relative minor. So 3 frets below, 1, 2, 3, and from that note, play the Harmonic Minor. Hey, that works great. Those 2 scales are relative to each other. The Ionian sharp 5 and the Harmonic Minor are relative to each other. Now, if this was above your head, don't worry about it. All that I want you to remember from this lesson is that you need to match the elements, and you do have freedom as a player. Maybe not as much as you want. The richer the backing track, the less freedom you have. You need to respect the elements if you want to be understood and appreciated by most people out there. Now, of course, you can break those rules. Even though this backing track has a major 7 in it, if I want to play a minor 7, I can. I can do whatever I want. That's what music is. Freedom. But you just need to realize that some people might not like that minor 7 over that major 7 that is clashing here. You might like this better, but it's up to you, right? In essence, any note is a valid note. You just need to have the right mindset and understand what these notes do. Don't forget to watch the other videos. This one, I went a little faster, but this is the last video of the series. So rewatch all the other ones. I'm going to put them in a playlist. And remember to download the pack that comes with this series of lessons. In the pack, you're going to find all the backing tracks that we've been using since the beginning of this series and all the charts with recommended scales. And if this was your very first visit, thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. You should consider subscribing because every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a new video like this one comes out, helping guitar players everywhere find their voice, develop that voice on the instrument, and tell their own personal musical story. Nobody could play the way you play. You are unique. Let's find that uniqueness and embrace it on the guitar. Thanks for watching this. I'll see you next time.